Was it seduction or illusion? Deception or murder? Nothing is what it seems in a town like Twin Peaks. Starring Kyle MacLachlan, Michael Onkean, Laura Flynn Boyle, Sherilyn Fenn, and Joan Chen. Now you can fall back into the mystery, or begin your search for the first time every Tuesday night with a new episode hosted by a panel of superfans. Watch live for the audio commentary. No one is innocent in a town like Twin Peaks.
Good evening to everyone out there in YouTube land. It is 71 degrees and clear on the 21st of May, 2024. It is 8:52 p.m. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen out there in YouTube land. I am Deleted Scenes, human being, American, in YouTube Ronin. I would like to welcome you to Live from Sparkwood in 21. This show chronicles the cult classic 1990s television series Twin Peaks, created by David Lynch and Mark Frost. Joining me on this odyssey are super fans, Last Call Troy Pacelli, Netters Network, and Aged Boomer. So slide into a booth at the Double R Diner and order a damn fine cup of coffee and a heavenly slice of cherry pie as we watch episode 28, Miss Twin Peaks. I'd like to say hello right now to everyone who is joining us in the chat. The first one here was FKHC 2005, sometimes known as Tim, host of Films with Friends, which I will be appearing on this Friday at 8 p.m., and the creator of the 10-word review, Big Al Presents. Faithful Blue Wrench, the bird woman of YouTube. Watch out for her second channel, Fluff Chick Productions. It's Connie Cleary. Friend of the channel and channel member, JPRPH1. All right. The tired midnight blogger himself, Curtis Selby. Star date trivia in the house. Emoji Queen, Lady Mist. I would also like to thank everyone joining us tonight on Twitter and Rumble. I can't see you, but I know that you're there. And of course, everyone joining us on the very fine channels of my co-panelists. Last Call, Troy Pacelli.
Hello, hello.
Netters Network.
Good evening.
And Aged Boomer.
The owls are not what they seem.
That's what I hear.
All right, so we've made it. We are at the penultimate episode of Season 2, entitled Miss Twin Peaks.
And if you do miss Twin Peaks, you got to turn around at North Bend. That's the only way to do it.
Ba-dum-bum.
And hello, Nate.
Hello,
All
hello.
right.
Okay.
Well,
So let's think. Where did we leave off? Where we really left off was Bob reemerging from the Black Lodge.
Mhm.
Was last episode the first time that we saw that little outcropping of the that circle of sycamore trees and the little pool of black oil?
I think so.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, because we'll see that more going forward. That is it's like a nexus. It's like a portal, into the lodges. I mean, we say they're going into the Black Lodge, but what we actually see them going into is that brown parquet floor with the red curtains, which I don't think is actually the lodge. I believe that's actually the kind of like the foyer, right? The place in between that Hawk spoke of. The waiting room. They literally call it the waiting room. So
Purgatory?
yeah. So he emerges from there, and yeah, I mean, honestly, we know that it all leads. He's got plans that involve something's going to happen at the Miss Twin Peaks pageant. That's not a spoiler. That's something that they know in the show. They're getting ready to be ready. The clues have all been dropped. It's kind of been, Wyndham Earl has kind of broadcast his move, so to speak, kind of literally and figuratively.
I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
It says here, according to Collider, Twin Peaks was canceled due to studio interference, including a dispute between David Lynch and Bob Iger. This isn't the Bob Iger, is it?
Possibly, I don't know.
Do you know? Oh, I just read the blurb. I was looking at something. When Bob Iger ruined season 2 of Twin, this cannot be. Okay, I'm sorry.
I
go
would
talk.
not put it past him.
Has he been in television that long, or in the entertainment industry?
CEO Bob Iger. No. Wait a minute. Okay, ignore me. Maybe this can't be the same Bob Iger.
I
do you have an article? Share it if you have it.
Yeah, it's on Collider. Hold on. I'll get it for you.
Okay.
Hold on. Holy cow! Wait a minute.
Not that I put much stake in Collider.
Collider,
but
exactly.
They do have their moments,
Hold on. I was just. Hold on. I'll post this in the chat, in the private chat.
Okay.
All right. How's that sound? All right. And I'm just no. It can't be the same. Was he in charge of ABC at one point?
Yes, he was. In 1989, he was named head of ABC Entertainment, greenlighting shows such as Twin Peaks, America's Funniest Home Videos, and Cop Rock.
No.
You remember Cop Rock? I remember Cop Rock.
Yeah,
I
I've
liked
been
that
trying
show.
to forget Cop Rock.
I liked that show. I just felt like it didn't, quite get its footing. Although the other thing, too, is I just can't imagine how difficult it is to do a weekly musical. That's just nuts. But it was a great idea. It was, you kind of have to give props to, especially when we're all talking about, we're getting tired of the reboots, we're getting tired of the remakes, we're getting tired of the extended sequels and, deconstructions. They should do something new. Well, Cop Rock, you gotta give them credit. It was something new, all right. But yes, that would be the same Bob Iger.
So, Bob Iger
okay.
ruined something else we love. That's basically what I want to say. It doesn't stop.
It absolutely does. So we're going back to the beginning of him ruining our fandoms. Yeah. Well, yeah, that was... Yeah,
up until now, until you pointed this out to me, Boomer, it was just a faceless, the network, ABC, that, was constantly involved and constantly, pushed for them to reveal the killer of Laura Palmer and solve the mystery and so on and so forth. Screwed around with the times. It's always the networks. If it's not Iger, it's going to be some other numpty, right? But in this case, it was Iger. This is where it starts.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah, if you wanted to know how it ended, you can just skip to the back of the book.
Wow.
Well, but that's just it. The whole point was the whole philosophy about it's not supposed to end. This was a mystery you weren't supposed to solve. But you know what? He had a piss in the cornflakes, which again I've pointed this out as we've talked about Fire Walk With Me. That's why Fire Walk With Me literally starts out with a television getting smashed with a sledgehammer. This was David Lynch, expressing his rage at the network and whatnot. So when it came back on Showtime, because there was no way in hell he was coming back to anything having to do with ABC, which would have been Disney.
Yeah. Wow.
That's the only reason it was able to work.
Man.
Yeah. Nate's like, Troy likes Cop Rock, but he's an alcoholic. Yeah.
I mean, I get it. And everybody who attempts to do any kind of musical television series, they're essentially trying to do a Broadway show for television.
Right. And that's just it.
And
can you imagine trying to do a Broadway show every week? Most TV shows do it once. Like the Buffy musical and stuff like that. But, you could spend, a whole season or whatever working on that and then do it and get it done. But and the only time you subscribed to Showtime was when the return came. There you go. So can you imagine trying to do it every week? I can't. I mean, that's just, and that's another weak point for it, right? Because most musicals, what is it you love about them? It's one musical, and you know the music from it, right? Just think about the little girls with Let It Go, Let It Go, and you're going to sing the song over and over and over again. Think about Music of the Night and Phantom of the Opera and all that kind of stuff, right? You don't get that if your in quotes musical is every week and it's different songs every week, unless you plan out your season to be acts in the play and then you have recurring themes, musical themes. But maybe that's the kind of thing they would have done if they'd have hit their stride, and they probably didn't.
Does Buffy once more with feeling? It's the only time I think a TV series did a successful musical episode. Yeah.
The key word there being successful, because I was going to say there's been a number of them that have done musical episodes, and they all sucked.
Remember the musical episode of Fringe?
I don't.
It was during Fox Rocks week, so Walter was seeing people doing weird dancing things, like classical things. It was like, what were they?
It was all in his head, though?
It was all in his head, though, yes.
Yeah. Okay,
that's how they excused.
And the less said about the Star Trek musical, the better.
There was a Star Trek musical?
In that alternate, Kurtzman verse thing that we don't watch.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But, anyway. So
yeah, that was Strange New Worlds that did that, right?
That's right, yeah.
Okay.
And it would the worst. And see, this is another reason I deride them so much. They literally stole the what do you call it, the driving force behind Once More with Feeling. It was exactly the same thing. There was something, some entity, some whatever that was forcing them to perform, music and whatnot, and they had to, get out from its control or whatever. And I'm like, can you not come up with a single original idea between all of you morons?
Tell us how you really feel.
Well, just to bring it back to Twin Peaks, that's the thing about Twin Peaks. You can't say it's not original. I mean, again, you always have to speculate. I don't know how much of this is David Lynch. I don't know how much of this is Mark Frost. But you can't say it's not original. I mean, again, yeah. No, you're absolutely right. It bears saying it again. And yeah, thank you. Is that Tim? Yeah. Well, better that than the Klingons. Thank you. I'll tell you, the Klingon singing was like offensive to me. I mean, it felt like it almost was like they were mocking like Bollywood, as well as the Klingons. I'm like, screw you people. I swear, the people that are the most, DEI inclusive, whatever, are the most racist people. They really are. Anyway, let's get back to some actual good television, which is really why we're here tonight.
Yes, Twin Peaks.
Someone hand Troy some rum. He needs, calm down.
And it would go good with this Diet Dr. Pepper I'm sipping on. See how I worked that in there?
You want some Kraken?
I kind of do, actually.
Where is it?
It's behind the bar, regular place.
Okay, I'll be back.
Okay.
So he'll be sipping on Kraken and Diet Dr. Pepper. I'm on a sparkling water berry from Meyer.
I appreciate that Stardate trivia. No, Netter, there's no Star Trek musical. Star Trek died when Enterprise was canceled. I'll tell you what, it died. Well, okay, I guess you could say when it was canceled. I would say it died when they did that last episode of Enterprise. Let's just forget that last episode of Enterprise happened. As far as my headcanon goes, that's not really what happened. That's just what the next gen people think happened because, somebody rewrote history.
Or it could just be in the Kelvin timeline.
Or something like that, yeah. I would rather have Freddy Krueger as my psychologist. Or Harley Quinn.
Oh, please. Let's not play up Harley Quinn.
Yeah. Overdone character, you're right.
All right.
Give her
No, not in the freezer, behind the bar.
Yeah, I know. I'm looking. I'm not seeing it.
Okay. No, we will not have singing Klingons in this show. I'm sorry.
Amen.
Nobody will be dancing on the bridge of the Enterprise. All right.
Or on the bridge of a bird of prey either.
No.
Well,
I mean,
and
No.
see, this is the thing. This was a great missed opportunity, because they could have done some good, it had to be like some kind of Klingon opera or something like that,
or at least a rock band.
Yeah.
Instead, it's.
I'll tell you what. If anyone is going to get me back into doing content related to Star Trek, it's going to be this Stardate trivia dude here. He's, he and I are like, we're simpatico on this kind of stuff. But we got to stop. I'm sorry. Twin Peaks.
yes. All right. Like we said, this is the penultimate episode of season 2. We finally get to the Miss Twin Peaks contest, and we do know that there are some shenanigans
Do not
afoot.
fill this up all the way.
Sorry. Thank you.
Right, there are some shenanigans afoot.
It's not Friday night, so you can't fill it up all the way.
Okay, don't interrupt Steven anymore.
Sorry, that's okay. Not only do we have shenanigans going on, and you better be pouring a drink there, Mr. Pacelli. All right.
I absolutely am. So let me say one more thing.
Okay.
Release the Kraken.
Okay. You release that puppy. All right.
Why is the rum
there are
always gone?
All right, so there's some shenanigans afoot in regards to the pageant itself. Some shifty behavior going on among contestants and judges. So that's going to be kind of like the comedy B story of the episode. And then we also have Wyndham Earl, who has his own plans for the evening. So, all right, let's see how the Miss Twin Peaks contest turns out.
Yep.
Everybody, please join us over on Cosme, who is not yet there. Remember that the link is pinned to the top of all of our chats. And if everyone is ready.
Oh, yes.
Yep.
If you're looking for a affirmative,
Yeah.
yes.
Okay.
Are you counting it down or me?
I'm counting it down.
Okay.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
You know, Flappy was happy at being able to keep his job after he pleaded with it, and the producers gave him one more chance, and he decided to, do some down payments on a Lexus. So, he figured sky's the limit, Blue skies.
Sky's the limit. A flying bird, right?
Well, I'm just saying. Figured his job is secure now. He was going to, kind of treat himself, get a Lexus. What do you think?
Yeah. I think he overspent during his successful time with Twin Peaks.
We talked about he was going to get a house in Beverly Hills too.
Yeah.
You know what? He's not going to slum it. She's the star.
Well, at least
every episode. Let's be honest here.
Well,
Can
that's
all the actors
true.
say the same?
He is the only character. Well, maybe not the only character. The only one I'm thinking of off the top of my head that is in every single episode.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it is Kraken, Tim. Netter knew I'd had a rough day today after a rough week last week, and she kind of has too, so.
Sheriff Truman's been in every episode too.
Are you sure?
Pretty sure.
I thought there was one he was missing. I could be wrong. I know there's one where he was drunk as a skunk and depressed.
Right.
Living the good life.
Well, I mean, and that's just it. I understand he was upset over losing Josie, but by and large, he does have a good life there in Twin Peaks.
I was talking about Leo here.
Yeah.
Oh, him. Yeah. Oh, he's in a hell of his own making. I mean, in a lot of ways, this is like, wow, he's really getting back everything he's dished out.
Mr. Johnson, I have a bad feeling we're going to get sewn together here.
Yeah, right, exactly.
I'm surprised he's still locking up Leo since he's got him on the shot collar.
Oh, he was able to reach the key? Mm.
Well, he was able to reach something. It's like, okay, I can get his off.
Well, it's a start.
All right, Leo, good for you. Nice.
He
Okay.
still loves her.
Slight redemption there. Slight redemption arc.
Queen of Spades.
But it's really easy for him to be that gracious when he's probably never going to see her again. Think it through. What if he got out of here, got back together with Shelley? Do you think he'd turn over a new leaf and be all apologetic?
Rather gaunt
Or
here.
choking on
Yeah,
air.
that's what I'm talking about.
It's like, oh, what fresh hell is this?
That.
Yeah. Oh, is that rhubarb or cherry?
That's cherry. Isn't the whole thing whoever wins Twin Peaks is who he wants to kill?
Yeah, that's going to become the victim.
Yeah.
But he picked out 3 girls and the
Four.
winner.
Those two.
Audrey and Donna.
Oh,
Audrey
yeah.
and,
Okay.
and Donna, right.
Right. But what if little Misty, who's dating the mayor, wins?
Well,
Yeah.
which everything is pointing towards she should, right? Because it's supposed to be rigged. I'm telling you, every damn time they introduce her in a scene,
From
So what, you're
feet
telling us the
first.
director has a
Yes!
foot fetish?
it's always a pan up from her feet. He already said the Talmud.
Deanna got a DeVita.
The Necronomicon. Do you realize that's actually some real character growth for him? That he stopped in the middle of his, rambling and was sensitive to his daughter.
Asked her
keyed
how
it.
she's doing.
And he already knew what it was. He's that keyed in. I mean, from an average father, that's what you would expect. From him, that's progress.
Yeah.
But for him, it's more like what new scheme does he have, right?
True, but at the same time, there is a genuineness there.
Mm-hmm.
I had started this little trek of the deep dives into Twin Peaks, pointing out that a lot of these characters have big character arcs. Sometimes I forget that, because I'm focused so much on characters like Audrey and Bobby.
Jack is getting his head shrunk right about now.
Yeah,
right?
probably. Those cannibals, right?
Didn't that happen to one of the Rockefellers?
Mm-hmm.
Just, it's horrible. You got to do it.
Which is also a big improvement for her because she was so self-centered before.
Exactly right.
Yeah.
She would have been like, I know I'll win.
What about the poor pine weasel?
The pine weasel doesn't get a vote.
Yeah, but I'm saying that she could be a promoter of the pine
That's
weasel.
what he's trying to convince her of, yes.
You need to save the pine weasel.
Tobin's spirit guide, yeah.
I'll say this though, he's saying us, you know.
Yes.
Aren't we taking this too literal, sir? They told us to comb the woods, and we'll comb the woods.
Yes, exactly. We ain't found shit.
I Where is the parody of the sequel trilogy?
Yeah. There you go. There's a final answer, right?
Stop talking to the plant.
Problem is, this is also exposition that helps us to understand what's going on.
No, you are not Eureka. Canadians.
Have you've seen that movie Slapshot, right?
I have, yes. Paul Newman, right?
Yeah, Paul Newman and Michael Onkane.
I had forgotten that Paul Newman was in it. How do you forget Paul Newman?
Because Michael Onkane's the one who stripped down to his nothingness. Well, his little jockstrap at the end.
And the twins.
Yeah.
Well, there you got your admission. Now we know for sure how Carolyn died.
Verdant Bauer. Okay.
Yeah.
What are you? What is this? X-Files? Come on. Stop with the 50-cent words.
Sounds like some
But it's true. The X-Files, Fringe, so many other things were inspired by this.
What's going on here? What's going on with Leo? What's that attached to?
Yeah. What indeed? What was in the bag earlier? Now, this is one of those things where I feel kind of dumb for not figuring this out way back when I first saw this.
What the hell's in the bag? Tarantula.
Spiders.
Yeah.
So he's got to hold it.
Or else they fall down on him and bite
So
him
does
or
he have to
whatever.
wait for them to die?
If he can hold out that long. I didn't realize, because you always joke about this whole, why don't you just kill him, right? Why do you leave him in a precarious situation and then leave? This really does have a functional reason. He's trying to generate fear.
Actually, Lucy's not doing too bad. She looks nice with her hair down.
Mm-hmm.
I want to be a sapling in the wind.
Cleavage. It's choreography.
Isn't that the guy that caused the pine weasel to go nuts?
No, John, it's not actually black widows. It's actually tarantulas, which are not deadly poisonous. Burns his suit.
Sophistication, yes. Breeding, good breeding.
That's racist. Breeding. Eugenics.
Who would just walk past him? What was that?
I missed it.
Looked like Ed Grimley. I could be wrong.
I haven't thought of Ed Grimley in years.
This show is just so totally mental, I must say.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Oh my god. Okay.
He's a dead man. No, wait, your husband's already dead. Never mind.
Right.
This is that the dame to kill for? Or is that where she is?
She is buttering up the people that she needs to butter up to win this contest. There was a missed opportunity here for them to develop, what's the big thing about winning the Miss Twin Peaks pageant? It's the scholarship, really.
Yes.
So if they had played up why each one of them wants that scholarship, that would have been good. Of course, Audrey doesn't care about the scholarship. She's a trust fund kid as it is. It's just her whole purpose is the pine weasel thing.
What?
Oh, she's got it all right.
Yeah.
Well, she said to flick it. Maybe he's flicking it.
Yeah.
If he can find it. I don't believe he could find it. She's a babe.
Wasn't she found in Corey Haim's trunk in that one movie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know that she knows how to roller skate.
Yes, I know what you're referring to.
I'm bad.
So bad, like opposite character from this.
So
actually.
here, so he opens the door, right? The last time we saw him open a door for a girl, it was Audrey. Now it's her.
Well, opening it for Josie went sideways.
I know exactly how she feels.
Yeah, from work you have to. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, my homework assignment for today, it's like I had to write something as if I'm teaching the class. I was like, hopefully what I wrote was good enough.
I know exactly how she feels. Always terrified about public speaking. I talk in front of a group of people, I'm just lost.
You?
That's why I drink.
Sweetie, we get you in front of a group of people and you don't stop talking.
I don't stop talking. It's true.
But then you got that gift for Gab.
This is a metaphor.
It's a lot of metaphors. Yeah, you got to weed through them, literally. This is really sweet, unless you start to consider that he's still got Carolyn in his mind. And I wonder how much of this is, excuse the phrase, smoke from another fire. In a way, this is kind of the, what do you call it, like Samson getting his hair cut, you know?
Really?
Because he's been like the pure Boy Scout up until this point, right? Now he's allowing less than pure motivations kind of get involved.
Okay.
I mean, I gotta admit, that is kind of impressive. It's a weird thing to be sharing, but it's still impressive. He's literally counseling a couple that's going to get divorced, and one of them doesn't even know they're married.
Yeah.
There's no business like show business.
No business I know. See, it's funny because if someone tells her she's a show business natural, I would agree. Maybe not a bathing beauty, but she's got talent.
Professional wrestling?
Yeah. That feels like a very complicated scene. Her reaction is...
It's like, no, that's not really happening. Yeah.
Mike?
Yeah, see
Mike?
that? See that?
Are you still with us, Mike? Ow. Oh,
She
boy.
just broke his wrist, yeah. That was very well played.
Look who it is.
I wonder if the drug wore off yet.
No, not completely. I wouldn't be surprised if he wasn't a little bit dehydrated, too.
It's Major Briggs.
Hey, that's the person I was looking for! What castle? Major Briggs and Hawk go to White Castle.
Right?
Yeah.
I waited for you, but I wasn't going to get anything out of him anyway.
What do you think?
See, he knows it was, but he needs confirmation.
What's he talking about? He's fruity as a nutcake.
I'll tell you what, though. I mean, as somebody who's been through stuff like fevers and blood loss and heck, just sleep paralysis, I understand where he's at right now.
I've had fevers. It's like your mind is racing.
Yeah, exactly.
Or yes.
Explain.
See, you're absolutely right. Why didn't one of them go, why the 4-H club?
Well, I saw Dale look at him kind of like, but he didn't say anything.
He should have done, yeah. There was a pastry under that cloche at one point. I think I'm hungry. We need to call it SG1. Yeah, we've made that correlation before.
It's all so much easier back on Arrakis.
Right.
Hey, oh, here we go.
Duck.
I mean, it's not the worst idea.
No, but it can ricochet, hit somebody.
Not off the aluminum, but yeah, possibly. I mean, yeah, I wouldn't have stood there if I was Pete.
Could have done that outside.
I almost said Jack. I tend to call these people by the actors' names.
It's probably it looked like a keto hotel.
Well, there should be. Otherwise, it's kind of a useless key. Are you the gatekeeper? I'm the key master.
I would have Pete hold it. I'm surprised that the thing wasn't destroyed. And what's the tag say? It looks like a bank vault key.
I was just going to say, it looks like a, key to a bank vault.
Wow.
I know, right? And again, it's this very, 50s, 60s style type prom dress. Yeah, I forgot about this storyline.
You are a child.
That's fair. That is fair.
Yeah.
That's right. She's giving you the opportunity to share the information on your turf.
Why is it whenever somebody's walking away, they just call their name, they don't actually go after them to stop them?
What's up with Andy?
Dramatic.
And I have to believe that Donna already knows. Otherwise, she wouldn't be pushing the way she is.
So he must have asked him about it.
He didn't. He actually figured out what he was looking at.
When Jupiter is in line with Mars, just the dawning of the age of Aquarius. Okay, moving on.
Yeah, listen to Garland.
Little love, open your door.
It's like, I really do know something.
Bam! Well done, Andy.
Yes, I was going to see the...
Yeah,
like,
actually, that's true.
he still hasn't been able to tell him.
I know.
Whatever
Do you
it is.
understand that he actually has insight and you're missing it?
Bubble umbrellas, I remember those.
He was at least intelligent enough to listen to Garland. Even though Garland is babbling, he's got information that's important.
What a lovely, lovely little
I don't get the
soiree.
umbrellas.
What?
I don't get the umbrellas and the raincoats.
It's like singing in the rain.
Just keep in mind who choreographed all this.
Squiggy.
Yes, exactly.
Is Squiggy a pervert?
See, now Lucy has it all
Of
together.
course. And Margaret's like, get the hell off of me.
She should have hit him with the log. That would have been funny, right?
I know, right? It would kind of be like her husband defending
Yeah, it would be
her,
like my
right?
husband says, keep your hands off me.
That's right.
I mean, Lucy actually is doing the best out of all of them.
I think she is. I think Lucy could be Miss Twin Peaks. Come on, why not?
Well, I kind of... I can't remember. Didn't Kimmy say something about being a dancer?
She might have been. That explains why everybody else is not doing well, and she's got all the movements down.
See, and another thing too, when you pay close attention to their characterizations and then watch how they act in other things that they've done, you realize they're all very good actors. They were directed to be off and stilted and weird. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much, no doubt. I couldn't remember, but now I'm certain of it.
She must have theater training, this actress. I guess
Yes.
they all did, but...
And let me just say, Kimmy is one of the sweetest people to hang out with.
Wait,
Isn't
what?
right. Isn't Log Lady at the bar?
Yep, he's the only one that notices this. This is kind of key. Wait,
Yeah, 'cause
there's
Squeaky
another
is looking
log
at-
lady? Yeah.
It's like, whoa.
Oh!
Well, there you go.
Man
Look at the
down!
Log Lady.
That was a great line. What, did you bring your whole family?
Oh.
No, John, you're absolutely right. Dismissing any... See, and this is part of the problem.
Almost like Wyndham Earl just should have gone as... Oh, go ahead.
We have compared Dale to Sherlock Holmes, but he does have some fatal flaws. Sherlock Holmes had a heroin addiction, whereas Dale has some blind spots. He's distracted by very specific things, and yeah, I think missing what Andy has had to say is going to be key.
Here we go.
I mean, she's working from... She understands what her strengths are, and that midriff of hers is definitely a strength.
Okay, her shoes don't go with her outfit.
She also has to be able
Good
to
point.
dance, though, so...
There's a belly dance thing going on
Yeah,
there.
they focus in on the belly button, right?
Hawk.
Nate, you got to remember that Doyle was trying to kill off Holmes for a long time. He was looking for reasons for him to die. He couldn't even push him off the Reichenbach Falls and get rid of him.
We'll tell that to the tornado when it's bearing down in the forest.
Well,
right?
yeah, that's true.
Come on.
I got the feeling that that Dale kind of got a little bit of that. There you go, Audrey. You know, kind of at a girl kind of thing.
Oh boy, this trouble's
yeah.
coming.
And so again, you saw her she was just smoking. So always remember the characters that smoke are having some morality issues. That's intentionally symbolic. Yeah, she knows. She knows.
You're adopted.
Yes.
See?
And she doesn't wait
You know,
have him confirm it.
She already knew. She
you know what I actually thought they were going to do the first time around? Was that they were going to pull a Roxy Carmichael, and none of them are related to her. Really? Okay, that was my esoteric reference of the evening. Thank you. Good night.
What is he talking about?
she's quoting an Indian chief who is a real historic character of an Indian tribe that really did dominate the Northwest Territory.
Oh. Wyndham Earl needed a costume change, I think.
We won't get sick. We won't ever die. And we'll always have roller skates.
Well,
Brilliant.
Yeah.
What? Oh my goodness.
good girl.
He's taking it rather well, isn't he?
Yeah,
Yeah, he never wanted
I'm
to be the
free.
father for
exactly.
Don't sound disappointed.
I'm also going to ask you to move. Thank you.
You're right.
Men.
Actually, he should have said lives depend on it, you know? What's interesting is Audrey's kind of already won. She got her speech out, you know? That's all she really cared about.
Penny Blackburn. Wait
Yep.
a minute. What about
Cooper's like,
He's concerned. He's concerned, yes.
it's like, great, somebody else I fell in love with is now possibly going to die.
At the hands of Wyndham Earl. It's all playing over again.
Oh, shit.
Yes, that's exactly what Hillary said.
look at that, huh?
What's funny is that you have to assume that, with the exception of the old fart,
Oh, here we go.
they all voted their conscience.
It's like, hit the deck,
Nadine, take him.
right?
The only problem is because of the strobe, you can't tell what's going on.
I bet that stroke brings back her memory.
That will.
No, but that will.
Ow.
You guys are on point with those memes.
But he has the detonator. Oh. Step back, Annie-san. Step back.
Important,
well, I
right?
Told you that it had the little mountain.
Yeah, I know.
There's Laura.
There's nothing to see here. Please disperse. It's a cookbook. Oh, you guys.
If only we had known this sooner.
If you'd have just shut up and listened. Actually, though, knowing that it's a map only really helps now anyway. It wouldn't have helped him sooner, so I guess it's not that huge a thing, but still. There you go. One more episode to the end of season 2. Now, you got to remember, for decades, this last episode was the last episode. We had the movie, which was a prequel. It didn't really answer a whole lot of questions, temporally speaking.
The movie kind of isn't a prequel in some ways, right?
That's true. There is a temporal element to it. Specifically because of Annie's role in it. So it is a sequel if you see it from Annie's point of view. But for everyone else, it is a prequel. Yeah. Yeah, we get a little timey-wimey once we get into Fire Walk with Me. So there we go. There we go. This is ramping up fast. And although season 2 was more than twice as long as the first season, I feel like I'm not entirely certain they knew they were going to be ending here. I'm inclined to believe that what we ended up getting, not only with Fire Walk with Me, but with The Return, is Mark Frost and David Lynch truly making lemonade out of lemons, and in a brilliant way. I mean, maybe more than lemonade, maybe limoncello. You know,
wow.
I mean, they really because even the amount of time that it took before they got the sequel out fits perfectly. Yep. Wait a minute. This was the last episode. No. This is the second to the last episode. There's one more episode next week.
Question.
That is the last episode. Yes.
Why did Wyndham Earl look all weird in the beginning?
Okay. So and I had back in the backdrop. I had mentioned that your icon had a very similar look, that black and white look, right?
Mm-hmm.
Hold that thought for 1 week, because you will see a couple of different characters looking the same way that Wyndham Earl does. Minor spoiler, we're going to see Laura Palmer again. But also Agent Cooper and Wyndham Earl again are going to do that kind of black and white thing with the black mouth weirdness. And it has a specific meaning, and I'd rather wait until next week to talk about that. But let's, for the time being, let's just say it's a sign of corruption. Maybe even like some sort of and I'm saying this very loosely, don't take it literally, but like demon possession.
We'll talk to Bob.
I think that Wyndham Earl is possessed by Bob. Maybe that's putting too fine a point on it, Nate. But he is being corrupted by the denizens of the Black Lodge, and we'll talk more about that next week. You start to realize that the denizens of the lodge, I mentioned this before, that they have allegory, or I should rather say analogous representation in the, in quotes, real world. But something else that exists in the lodge are doppelgangers. That every person has a doppelganger in the lodges. And if you dig into, what doppelgangers are, you got to get into a little bit of fairy legends and so forth, and the idea of the others from another dimension or a place called fairy or something like that, who like to wreak havoc in the real world, that like to kidnap innocent people and replace them with changelings and so forth, and they may take the form of simulacrum. It's another word for doppelganger. So yeah, a lot of lore that they draw on here, and just at least being aware of that lore helps maybe put you in the headspace of what I think they're getting at. Not necessarily a one-to-one relationship, but certainly allegorical. Representation, that damn DEI again. Well, I mean that in the original sense. Being a reflection. Yeah, you missed it, Pootie. You missed it. Sorry. And again, those of you that want to go back and see this episode, I mean, I know that it's probably streaming out there somewhere, but seriously, get a hold of the physical media. It's really worth it. This is one of those pieces that if you're going to really get into it, you're going to want to watch this over and over again. You're going to want to back up, watch scenes over again, think about them. This is very meaty. This is something to really chew on.
Sink your teeth into.
Yes. Get physical? Okay. Yes, exactly. Exactly right.
Like Olivia Newton-John.
Exactly. So there you go. One more episode. Next week will be the last episode of season 2. And then
Well, there's also the key. You didn't talk about that.
That's right. That is right. We don't know at this point what that key is for.
Yes.
But Netter pointed out that it looks like a safe deposit key. And I think she's right. So next week, last episode. The following week, of course, this is, deleted scenes, stream. But if I could throw out a suggestion, I think that we should take a week to kind of digest, sum up where we're at, and maybe look at some tangential material. I've promised that we would see the behind the scenes of Flappy.
Yes.
Flappy Behind the Music in the Air is what the full documentary is called. We should definitely check that out.
They go into how he ended up as the 2-piece and the biscuit at a Roy Rogers restaurant.
Not quite, but he does have a tragic story. Yeah.
I want to say some say it was foul play.
Yeah.
You get it?
That is, yes, I absolutely do, and that is a distinct possibility. Those of you that have ever seen Hollywoodland, those of you that know the story about George Reeve,
I saw the movie.
Yeah, some similar, some parallels there in Flappy's life.
Dude, Hollywoodland, remember the kid, and he shows up and George Reeves Superman says, "I have my gun, I can shoot you." Remember that? Like,
that was...
The bullet might bounce off and hit someone else, and you don't want that to happen.
What's really sad about that is that's an urban legend that was absolutely not true, but they decided to depict it, and now it's...
Studio cover-up, absolutely true.
Yeah, right.
That's a good urban legend that you have to admit. It
is. It's brilliant. It's as urban legends go, it's a brilliant one. But yeah, it's absolutely not true. Stardate Trivia says, Mr. Deleted Scenes, have you given any consideration to what our the next group watches will be after Twin Peaks ends? Well, I'll let you answer that, but I know the answer.
After we're done with Twin Peaks? Well...
We start all over again. I'm kidding.
No, yeah, that's a possibility, too.
No, I'm joking.
Yes, but we watched all of the episodes in reverse order. And we watched them backwards. No.
That would be a headache.
Yeah, but you know what? It would actually kind of... There would be a certain sense to it. There would be a couple different scenes where you'd be like, hey, I understood what they just said.
Wasn't there one with Jim Belushi or something?
He's in season 3.
Wild Palms. There you go. No, I don't know.
Is he in season 3?
Yes, he is.
Oh, I was just bringing up
nice.
Wild Palms. I was bringing up Wild Palms.
Wild Palms is kind
there are a lot of new characters. There are a lot of new characters in season 3. I've been saying over and over that everyone that was available that had been in Twin Peaks before gets to at least make a cameo. But there's a lot of other actors and actresses that you know from other things that make appearances. What's the girl's name? It's going to drive me crazy. Give me a second. Let me look it up.
I don't know these things.
She was in a lot of things. She's been in a lot of movies. She was in that movie or that TV show, Big Love. She was the daughter on that. Blonde girl. Netter knows, and she's just not thinking of it.
I didn't see Big Love, so.
It's actually a pretty decent show.
That's what I've heard, yeah.
Let's see. Anyone helping me out here? Nope.
Okay, here, let me do this. Big Love Cast. Cast.
Yeah, I know. I looked at Twin Peaks.
I can't pronounce the last name. Sevigny. She played
Oh,
Nicolette.
she was the
No,
daughter? I
no,
thought
no,
she was
not
one of the
her.
wives
No,
or
not
something.
her.
Amanda
No.
Seyfried.
Not Seyfried. Oh yes, Amanda Seyfried. Yes, you're right. Amanda Seyfried is in it. Yes, exactly.
She's nice looking.
That's the actress whose
Yeah.
name I was trying to remember desperately. Yeah. Yes, Laura Dern is in it. Naomi Watts is in it. That's true. Yep. And you kind of expect that too. It's not just people that have been in Twin Peaks, but other people that have worked with David Lynch in the past. He
Okay,
finds a way to work
so if Mulholland Drive is in the Twin Peaks universe, you have Naomi Watts in season 3. Is she the same character, or is she two different characters?
I'm going to answer that with a big maybe. We'll have to talk about that. And we may not even have an answer by the end of season 3.
Oh. I never expected to get all the answers anyway.
The fact is, a lot of people have asked that question. And just like so many other things about Twin Peaks, you have people that just instantly say, no, she's a different character. And others are like, now, wait a minute. And at first you'll say, I know, like by midway through the season you're going to go, no, she's just a different character. But then when we get to the end and you kind of get a wrap up on what's actually been going on all season 3, you'll be like, well, wait a minute. Anything's possible at this point, you know?
Yeah.
Naomi Watts is a discount Nicole Kidman. See, I can see it the other way around. Nicole Kidman it depends on when you're talking about.
Yeah.
When in their careers. They kind of, flipped where they were. Welcome, Wilkie's Movies and Music. We're just wrapping up. Sorry, we missed you. We've just watched the second to the last episode of the second season of Twin Peaks. It's ultimately next week is the last episode of Twin Peaks. So and we're talking about going on to season 3. But deleted scenes. Are you getting excited for season 3?
I am. Definitely.
Good. Good.
I've had some theories, and based on some of the things I've been hearing, I think I might be very close. So I'm really looking forward to it. No.
I'll tell you. Unfortunately, though, at first you're probably going to go, okay, absolutely justified. I was right in my theories. And then as you start to think more, you're going to go, wait a minute. That's pretty much how it goes,
Well, we'll see when we get there.
But yeah, this is a fun ride. I'd say I know that if you just go by number of seasons, we should be 2/3 of the way through this journey, but we're not. We're maybe at the halfway point. Well, he did start the stream out that way,
I did.
Nate. Yeah. At first, I like took my earbud away. I was like, "Whoa! Oh, I see what he's doing. I see what he's doing." No. It's absolutely appropriate. It's just like, it's just like Agent Cole with his hearing aid.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it too.
Yeah. I think I recall, John. You said you've already seen it. I know that Boomer has been through it at least once. Netter's been through it once. I've seen it a couple times. Still parsing it out. Obviously, I've had more time with seasons 1 and 2 than I have with season 3. Yeah, JPRPH1 only once. Yeah. So, good stuff. And then after that, I had suggested to Deleted Scenes that we move on to some other David Lynch projects that are directly or indirectly related to Twin Peaks, because I do feel that they give some insight, if not directly to the narrative of Twin Peaks, which to some degree I think they do. It gives you insight to the way David Lynch thinks, narratively speaking, which I feel has bearing on Twin Peaks. Yeah, that's fair. Thanks, Nate. I super appreciate that. You guys are awesome. You guys are super, super encouraging. Keep feeding the squirrels and they'll keep coming back. See, that's the thing.
But if you feed the pine weasel?
Well, hopefully they come back. You don't want them to die off. Anyway. But there we go, guys. That's all I got to say this week.
All right. So stay tuned and come back next week for the season 2 finale of Twin Peaks. All right, we'll go around the horn. Final words, ladies first. Netters Network, what do you have coming up?
Well, let's see. Next up on Netters Network, Thursday Things. My special guest will be Retro Blasting.
Yep.
So I'm looking forward to having Michael French on my channel. He was just on Troy's channel for Friday Night Last Call. So if you want to see that, I don't know if you could call it an interview, because you guys were talking about James Bond.
It was a retrospective.
Yeah, it's a retrospective. Go to Friday Night Last Call and check that out. But if you're interested in learning more about retro blasting, then come over to my channel on Thursday, 9 p.m. Central, 10 p.m. Eastern, and we'll be talking about how he got started. Because, he's a pretty big YouTuber now.
Yep.
And so we'll just be, asking him the usual questions. And then, let's see, it's Thursday. Friday, of course, I'll be co-hosting on Friday Night Last Call. And Saturday, I forget, is it me or Al?
It's you.
It's me.
Dunkirk.
Okay. So if it's me, yeah, I've had a lot on my mind with this class for school. Right. It's going to be Dunkirk. It's the anniversary of...
Yeah, the Dunkirk evacuation took place from, let's see, it was May 20... I want to say May 25th or 26th through like June 4th or something like that. But yeah, so this weekend is literally the anniversary of that. So yeah,
it's an important one.
It is, and we'll be talking a little bit about how the events of Dunkirk and the evacuation kind of shaped our history.
Yeah, and then of course, next Tuesday, I'll be right back here on Deleted Scenes channel for the final episode of Twin Peaks for season 2.
Right. Well, at the time, it was the series finale, so...
Not anymore.
Not anymore, but it was at the time, so, yeah.
So that's all I got going on.
All right. Boomer.
I'm going to be on Friday night, Last Call, with Troy Pacelli. And then on Sunday, we'll be having Geeky Geezers, where we'll talk about the latest and all the geeky news. I don't know. Do we have any articles set up yet? I can't think of anything.
I don't think we talked about what the topic was going to be, but...
no, we'll find out. I'm sure something will happen this week.
Yeah.
Maybe something involving Bob Iger.
Oh, that bastard. I'll be honest with you. You pointing that out to me about his impact on Twin Peaks has just made me hate the guy even more.
Oh, Kevin Costner comes to defend DVD. I did send you that article.
I did see that one. Yes,
Yes.
good one.
Okay. All righty.
Excuse me. All right. Troy.
Yep. So, like they all said, they got the Thursday thing, the Friday thing. We haven't
The
figured out
thing.
the Dunkirk thing. I'll be, of course, co-hosting on Geeky Geezers on Sunday, and you will be letting me know about when you want me to do a double feature of Back to the Future and Back to the Future 2, so that you and Bill can follow it up the following Sunday for Western Cinema Presents Back to the Future 3. But I'm guessing when you talk to him, I'm thinking he's going to want to get back to you and say, well, if he's willing to do it Monday, let's do it Monday, so that the very next Sunday you guys can do it. So I'm going to tentatively plan that the next Monday night at the movies is going to be a Back to the Future double feature. But if not, it'll be something else.
Yep. Alrighty. All right. That brings it back down around to me. Let's see. That'll be Thursday at 4:30 for Action Theater. As Bill and I continue to our month-long salute to the troops, and we will be watching the bridge on the River Kwai. There you go. All right, then, of course, later that evening will be right after Thursday Things at 11:30 will be my weekend update. My chance to touch base with my subscribers, including the new ones that I've picked up in the last few days. Thank you all for joining me. I'm up to 2,165 as of last count. So onward and upward. Of course, that gets me on over to Friday, where I will be joining Big Al Presents for a special Friday night Films with Friends. And we're going to be watching Solomon Kane with James Purefoy and Max von Sydow. Then, of course, over to Sunday, Western Cinema Presents with Jedi Bill and myself, and we're going a different route this week. We're going to be watching a comedy, The Apple Dumpling Gang, with Tim Conway and Don Knotts. And of course, join us on Memorial Day for our special double feature, beginning at 2:30 p.m. Audie Murphy into Hell and Back.
Huh.
And the
like
Battle
the title.
of Britain. Yeah. And then, of course, join us right back here next week. Same bat time, same bat channel for the season 2 finale of Twin Peaks.
Yep.
All right. And hello to Beyond the Hub podcast.
Hey, how
Hey,
you
good
doing?
to see you, buddy. Thanks for stopping in. We're just wrapping up, but hope to catch you on the next one.
Yep, Thursday Things. I'll be interviewing Retroblasting if you want to come over to my channel on Thursday, 9 p.m. Central, 10 p.m.
Yeah,
Eastern.
he knows how Thursday goes. He was just there.
Was he?
Yeah, right.
I was not muted. My apologies.
There you go.
I have seemed to have picked up a bit of a cough myself, so I think me and Ned are in the same boat. I think the pollen's getting to me. I think that's what it is. I hope it's all it is.
Paul
I'm
in the
starting to
center
have these
square,
weird
right?
reaction to things. Yeah. What is this? Okay. Did I miss something in the chat? Okay.
No. You said the pollen has gotten to you. I said, oh, the pollen from the center square.
Oh, okay. I missed that one.
There you go.
Alrighty. Alright, I think it's about time to wrap it up. I do want to thank everyone who joined us on Twitter and Rumble. I can't see you, but I know that you're there.
You lurkers, you.
Yes, and I want to thank everyone who joined us live in the chat. FKHC 2005, aka Tim. The original Al Pal. Big Op Presents.
Yep.
Bird Woman of YouTube, Connie Cleary. Of course, JPRPH1. Nate was with us. The Emoji Queen, Lady Mist. The tired midnight blogger himself, Curtis Selby. Stardate Trivia, of course. Pootie was with us, Putin's cat. Corey was in the house, Wilkie's Movies and Music, and of course, Beyond a Hub podcast. All right. Netter, would you like to take us out with your outro?
Absolutely. Well, first, of course, I want to remind everyone to make sure that you are subbed to every member of the panel as well as every member of the chat. And if you think you're subbed, please go back and double check that you're still subbed because YouTube. Also, a personal request for myself. I've mentioned on a couple of streams that I'm taking a class this week. It's been a little stressful, so I do appreciate your well wishes, good thoughts, and prayers, or whatever it is that you believe. Please throw it in my direction because I need something to stick. We've had it's a very intensive class, and although I don't need to pass the exam, it's just me going through the experience. I still have to kind of know what I'm talking about. So, yeah, I'd appreciate that from all y'all. And with that said, we can talk amongst ourselves, and that's all well good and fun. But it is so much more fun when you guys are joining us in the chat. And Joy's clapping. And you're dropping your comments, questions, trivia, being goofy, whatever it may be. I mean, it doesn't feel like we're separated by miles or continents in some cases. It feels like we're hanging out in the same room. We're enjoying each other's company. We're having a great time. And you guys, you know you're not our friends. You're our family. And family is so encouraging to one another. This family is. You are in all of our streams. You give us a thumbs up. If you haven't already, you might want to do that. You welcome anyone that's new just so warmly. You just super encourage all of us. So thank you for being here. Thank you for being a part of our family. I hope to see you on Thursday for my interview at Retroblasting. Until then, good night and God bless.
And as I always say, I would like to once again thank everyone for joining us. Of course, thank Troy, Netter, and Boomer for joining me once again for the show. I am, as of last check, 8 hours away from 4,000 watch hours.
Yes, that's the big one.
Yes, so please share out the stream, hit the like, say hello in the comments because it helps the algorithm. And if you are new to my channel and the channel of everyone here on the panel, and of course everyone in the chat, please subscribe. And if you are subscribed, please make sure you're still subscribed because YouTube will unsubscribe you without your permission.
Yep.
All right. So from HQ and all points north, south, east, west, and beyond, good night. Take care. Stay strong. Don't let Wyndham Earl get you, because this is how we win.
Was it seduction or illusion? Deception or murder? Nothing is what it seems in a town like Twin Peaks. Starring Kyle MacLachlan, Michael Guan, Kara Flynn Boyle, Sherilyn Fenn, and Joe Chen. And now you can fall back into the mystery. Begin your search for the first time every Tuesday night with a new episode hosted by a panel of superfans.
That's us.
Watch live with audio commentary.
Mhm.
No one is innocent